Hi guys, welcome back to PBTV, and we have an incredible video for you today. It is finally able for us to reveal our take on the new Royal Marines rifle, which hopefully at one day will become the entire British Army standard issue, which is our take on the KS1, built by Bolster Armouries. So our in-house custom service and tech team do all the R&D, all the research that's needed to put this thing together and make it an absolute beast of a platform and the pinnacle of sort of airsoft teching and hardware that you can get currently bolstered into a rifle to make this the best AEG on the market and the first almost one-to-one replica of the civilian model of the KS1. So we'll go through externally some various different things. There has been some custom machine parts and some custom parts on this that weren't available to the right spec. So you could get these parts, but they were different lengths, too long, too short. So we've had some parts custom made, custom machined, various different changes internally. We've also talked about the bolster warranty and everything that comes with it. And then we are going to take this out on the range and show you exactly what this thing is capable of. But we'll start from the tip and work our way to the back. And as you can see on the front, we do have the shrouded can. So this is the QDC that goes on the KS1. When these first came out, there were a lot of talk about whether or not the shroud was actually QD and you could just slide it off. Unfortunately, it's not. It is a 14mm thread, so you can unscrew this and take it off quite easily. But the actual shroud itself is held on by a C-clip. So you have to make a sort of pre-game choice of whether or not you want it on or off. You do need tools to do it, but it is locked in place whilst it's on there. Does fit the vibe and looks really, really nice in this sort of black colour, matching that civilian version of the KS1, whereas the Marine one currently is painted tan with the sort of tan vortex and how they're doing that. But the Civ spec version that we've gone much easier to replicate. For Airsoft, we've gone for that black sort of sleek look. Coming back, we do have the M-LOK rail. So you have M-LOK on the right, left, bottom, and at the angles on this, so you can mount your accessories absolutely wherever you want, and including the standard Riz on the top with the T markings as well. So if you are swapping your accessories out, it's very easy to put them back in the same place just by using the T reference on the top. One of the first parts of custom machining is inside is the dimpled barrel. So on the real KS1, they do have a dimpled barrel for sort of heat transference and cool down, so you can get plenty of rounds out of it. But in Airsoft, it is just for show, but we wanted to make it as accurate as possible. So we've had this barrel custom milled down to 13.7 inches. Still turned down to the 14mm counterclockwise thread, so if you are wanting to run something different on the front, by all means you can do, but then we've had the dimples custom drilled in there as well to make it as accurate as possible. The other custom part that we have, obviously it does come with two mags. As you can see in the EPM1, there's normally gold bullets in there. The guys have sprayed them black to give it that stealthy, sleek sort of. The gold can be a bit garish on a full black loadout, so this is a decision that they've made, and they've gone for blacking out the bullets on the two included magazines as well. Coming back to the receiver, as you can see, we've put the Vortex on the top. This is the closest replica we have to what the real KS1 has. Obviously, Vortex not being a replica, as in replica of what they are issued at the moment. It's a much stubbier version with an acro on top, but we thought it'd fit the vibe. The Vortex does not come with this build. Included in the package is obviously the KS1 itself, two mags, an 11.1 1450 battery. You will get the standard iron sights that should go on the Knight's receiver. A couple of patches, one for the Gate Titan and the Bolster Armouries patch, and you will also receive in the box a Bolster Armouries warranty manual. So if you have a Bolster Armouries or you've been around that ecosystem before, there is a 24-month warranty or 200,000 rounds. Within the first month, within the first 6 months, you can get a free service to get this thing tuned up and make sure it is running as you see fit. And every time you have anything done to it, it is noted in here, so the item itself has the warranty. So if you keep your book up to date, it keeps the warranty with the platform. So if you, for whatever reason you do have to pass this on to someone else, the actual item itself, the actual bolster rifle, keeps that warranty. So you can keep logging it, similar to like your car, you keep your logbook up to date, and it makes sure that we know exactly what's going on inside it, and we can make any tweaks possible. The story I always tell people about the Bolster Armoury rifles, obviously all the R&D tech goes into these to pick the best possible parts that can go inside, but sometimes problems happen. A player tore his hop rubber on a Sunday gaming. These things happen, dumping rounds through a weapon, it's just one of them. He returned it to us on the Monday, it was collected, sorted, fixed and returned to him by the Wednesday with the logbook updated, and he was good to go for his following weekend game. So this is the kind of customer service and reputation that Bolster Armouries want to instill in its customers, that you are paying a premium for these rifles, you're getting all the tech in the airsoft world rammed into one thing, but we also need to make sure it continuously works all the time. So if there is the small chance of a problem, it is fixed as quickly as humanly possible. So looking inside this thing, how does it work? What have they put together? And how is it going to sling them BBs as far as possible downrange? So as we've said, underneath that custom barrel, we do have a stainless steel 6.03 tight bore barrel. It's a Prometheus going into a gate CNC'd hop chamber. You will be able to see in there that there is the, similar to the Nova trigger, the exclusive violet purple internal parts. So we've got the gate hop unit, the Nova trigger, and there is Promi purple rubber in there as well. Helping with accuracy, that combination of hop unit, hop rubber and barrel is just that sweet spot that they have found gives the cleanest and best accuracy downrange. In the beating heart of this thing, the gearbox itself, we do have a Gate Titan expert model that has been pre-set up for all the things that they're expecting. So your pre-cocking, your rate of fire, all that is pre-done, so you don't have to plug this in and set this up when you've got it. It is all pre-done for you. Powering the system is the 36K Warhead Black motor. Them two working together to get them BBs down that barrel at about, so the equivalent is about 342 FPS on a 2, but obviously these things are tuned for 0.28s, G&Gs especially. That's just what the guys feed their own platforms and they found are the best ones. They've had the best results with them. I'm not saying other BBs aren't comparable. It's just when they're testing them, it's just what has worked for them the best. So we will take this out and show you what it's capable of, but all these parts together are just melded and forged into what is an incredible platform. A few extra bits externally. Obviously, we've got the PTS grip, and we do have an authentic Magpul CTR stock on the back. There's loads more parts internally. I could list them all off, but it is just an astronomical list. So when this thing is online, you can go on there and you can see each individual part, why they've picked it and what it is doing for the platform. So the main thing that Bolster Armouries want to instill in their customers is we're not just picking what is essentially the best part and sticking them together and saying this is the best thing you could do. They're putting the parts together and making sure they mesh together correctly as well. So if a hop chamber or if a MOSFET and a motor don't quite work together, we may take a slightly lesser motor and work with it, and it gives you a better result at the end of the day. So that's the R&D that goes into this. The round count that these guys are putting through the test platforms is incredible. But it is really impressive to see the end result, and we are going to take this out on the range. We'll go to our pseudo second long range so we can get a bit of a longer shooting with this thing, because obviously we are claiming that it can do some very special things, so we want to show you what it is capable of. So join me outside where we're going to take the Bolster Armouries AEGIS through its paces, and we can show you what it could do for you on the field. So join me in a second. Right guys, so we are on our secondary outdoor range. We've talked about what is in the Bolster Armouries AEGIS, but we're here to see what this thing is capable of. We're sat at just about 65 meters from the steps here to our normal metal cylinder target. We've preset this up, we've set the hop, and we are running G&G 0.28s as recommended by the Bolster guys that put this thing together. We've pre-zeroed the vortex that's on here as well, just so that we're not messing around on camera doing it. So we've done about 10-20 shots previous, so now it's time to show you what the AEGIS is capable of. So we'll try some semi-auto to start with from a supported position. And then if you really need to put the fire down, So as you can see, quite comfortably reaching out to that 65-meter target. Obviously, them impacts going to be very, very loud with that microphone down there. But this thing is an absolute monster. So let's go sit down and have a little summary. Hi guys, so we are back from the range, and I can't say I'm not impressed with this thing. It's a Bolster Armouries. It's going to do what it does, but yeah, quite comfortably hitting that 65-meter target. I'd love to see what this thing can do if we stepped it back a little bit further. But again, this thing tuned to 2.8s can quite easily run 3s if you want, but the effort that's been put into this thing, and to see this come to fruition and it performs so well out the box, it's a credit to the guys that build them, the Bolster Armoury techs, and just getting it as close as it can to that Civ spec version of the KS1. So if you do want one, they are obviously in very limited numbers, but again, you get that 2-year warranty, you get that 200,000 round warranty as well. So if you're after something that closely resembles the current UK Marine rifle, hopefully at one point it will be the UK standard issued rifle, this is the one to get. The custom parts, we've got the can on the front, the custom milled and machined barrel, the custom magazines, the authentic genuine Magpul stock, and all that tech inside it just can't be beaten when it comes to an AEG platform. So if you want to grab yours, grab it now.